and the time in Houston will be enjoyable, productive. We will convene this meeting at this time. Please stand, bow your heads. I would like to ask Dale Inman to lead us in prayer. Maybe, yes. Yeah.
Thank you so much. Let's go to the Lord in prayer. Father, we are so blessed, number one, to have your Son, Jesus Christ, as our Lord and Savior. Father, we thank you for the blood of Christ. Father, as we come together this week and we hammer out and have robust discussion on various topics, we ask you to give us wisdom and discernment. And dear God, please let us all consider that every word of our mouth and every meditation of our heart is pleasing to you first and foremost. Let us remember that. Father, we thank you for such great candidates that are putting their names on lines and running to serve. We may have different views on that, Father, but we do thank you and appreciate and respect each one of those individuals that are willing to serve in various capacities. Father, help us to bring your kingdom to this earth through the blood of Christ and through the power of the Holy Spirit. Be with us today, Father. Give us wisdom. In Jesus' name I pray. Amen. Amen.
Let's do the pledges. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Honor the Texas flag. Pledge allegiance to thee, Texas, one state, under God, one and indivisible. All right. Thank you, guys. Have a seat. I'm just going to find people. Chair appoints Matt Patrick. I'm appointing you, Matt Patrick, Andy Eller, and Ken Moore as the proxy committee, and Matt Patrick to serve as the chair of the proxy committee. Would like to recognize Virgil Cruz, our secretary, to do the roll call.
And we might have to take a quick recess when we're done to do some proxy, because I didn't know we were going to do that. So, and I'm getting proxies like as we speak. So, okay. And Karen, you can actually. Okay, members. Hope everyone's having a great convention so far. All right, Secretary is here. Treasurer Ralph Feit. Counsel Rachel Hooper. Sergeant at Arms Chad Shoemake. Dr. Robert Armstrong, National Committeeman. And National Committeewoman Debbie Georgiados. Okay, moving on to the members from districts. Let me check my email to see if we got a proxy. For the remainder of the term, please send your proxies before the meeting. And proxy committee, just FYI, we have possibly some default proxies that will go into effect. I've got 2 proxies that we've received and 1 more that may be on its way. So, okay, Kristen Bentley. Here. Paul Hale. Here. Jerry Fisher. Haven't you hit 8 years and you don't know how to do a roll call, Jerry? You're going to miss me when I'm gone, right? Bruce Bishop. Here. Lydia Covey. Here. Chris Bro. Here. Gwen Withrow. Here. Dale Inman. Here. Susan Lucas. Here. Justin Besner. Here. Don McDonald. Here. Keith Nielsen. Here. Deborah Fight. Ralph Fight again. Maggie Witt. Jim Pickle. Ann Gebhardt. Dan Tully. Susan Wright. Matt Tiskus represented. Oh, you're here. So scratch one of those proxies, proxy committee. Glad you made it, Matt. You do. It's only Wednesday of convention, folks. We have a few days to get more interesting. Galen Devine. Ken Moore. Lisa Hendrickson. Ronnie Jones. Dr. Morris. Dale Gibble. Christiana Keeler. Christiana Keeler. Is Greg here? Greg Murphy or Christiana. Brenda Estes. Rolanda Garcia. Susan Fountain. Matt Patrick. Becky Green. Roman Klein. Cheryl Thompson Draper. Saki Joseph. Yvonne Klauser. Walter West. Melissa Nur. Chuck Burnett. Tony Trevino. Randy Perham. Leslie Thomas. Greg Harrell. Elaine Cook. Mary Jane Avery. Andy Eller. Lucy Traynor. Steve Jordan. Karen Marshall. Justin Nichols. Janera Lewis. Royce Albrecht. Jane Cancino. Steve Evans. Robin Cooper. Robin Cooper. There is. Adolfo, are you here? I'm here. And you're proxying for her, so she is here. Rachel Horton.
Present.
Patrick Wamhoff, we shall see momentarily. Did I put my phone over there? And Tisha Crow is here by proxy. Tell me your name again, please. Julie Kellogg, and I did receive that a few minutes ago. Brandon Hodges. Vice Chair Randall. Chairman George. Okay, so we're waiting on a proxy from Patrick to Rachel Horton, just for proxy committee's information. And it appears we've got 1, 2, 3 other proxies in effect. So that's for proxy committee. And Mr. Chair, you do have a quorum. Is this your script or mine? Okay.
A quorum being determined, the meeting will come to order. The minutes of the last SREC meeting, we will hear the proxy committee report in a few minutes, but we do have a quorum. The minutes of the last SREC meeting were sent by email, therefore they do not have to be read. Are there any corrections to the minutes of the last SREC meeting that were made available to you all prior to this meeting? Hearing none, the minutes stand as approved. The minutes of the special SREC meeting held on April 22nd to clarify the RPT rule. 32 were sent by email, therefore they do not have to be read either. Are there any corrections to the minutes of the special SREC meeting held on April 22nd, 2026, clarifying the rule RPT Rule 32 were made available to you prior to this meeting? Hearing none, the minutes stand approved. Well, the primary business of this meeting is to adopt the temporary roll of our convention. the temporary supplemental rules of our convention, temporary agenda, and the order of business, and the temporary organization for the RPT state convention. Before we get there, we have a very special business we have to do, and that is to approve our 3 booths. Is that correct? That is correct. That is the new business? Okay, since it wasn't noticed. Okay, all right. We'll deal with that later. The chair recognizes Bonnie Wallace to provide the report of the temporary committee on credentials for their recommendation for the temporary role of the delegates for the convention, excluding the challenges under the rule number 27. And I know we don't have any challenges. We have something else going on now. Let's bring it in.
Thank you. I'm Bonnie Wallace. I am the chair of the Temporary Credentials Committee. We met today at 11 a.m. and our report is as follows. We had 0 challenges and 2 contests under Rule 27. The Credentials Committee reviewed documents and heard testimony concerning troubling ties to CARE, an organization recently declared by Governor Greg Abbott to be a foreign terror organization, for 2 SD11 Harris County delegates. The names are Amjad Mutasib and Tarak Hussein. The committee voted 28-3 that the evidence was sufficient that if the rules provided to us a pathway, we would have voted to revoke their credentials in order to protect the convention from foreign influence. Rule 27 precludes the Credentials Committee from considering contests from someone who does not reside in the same SD as the delegate they are challenging. However, we did pass a non-binding recommendation that the state chairman, the general counsel, the parliamentarian, and the state Republican Executive Committee, along with the convention, take all appropriate action to protect the integrity of the Republican Party of Texas with respect to delegates Amjad Mutasib and Tarak Hussein. We further recommend that the platform be amended to change the law which would allow us to exclude anyone with ties to terrorist organizations. The total number of delegates named to the convention as of 2:30 this afternoon is 7,190, and the total number of alternates named to the convention is 2,862. The Permanent Credentials Committee will continue to meet throughout the convention to report increases in these numbers. That concludes the report of the Temporary Credentials Committee. Yes.
Bonnie Wallace is a patriot. I got to meet her a few years back when she was fighting libraries.
I'm still fighting libraries.
You're still fighting libraries. In fact, didn't Houston ISD or Houston something recently filed a lawsuit against you?
I filed a lawsuit against them.
Oh, okay, good for you. Well, Bonnie, thank you for your hard work and your committee members. If there are any credentials committee members here, would love to see you. If you don't mind, please stand. I'm not expecting anyone to be here, but oh wow, thank you guys. So we have a strong recommendation from the Temporary Credentials Committee, and I would like to have the SREC join them in that. I am on board with it. Would love to see a joint resolution going into to the convention, not in writing. You don't have to do that. If everyone agrees, we will make a motion and approve that to remove 2 of the delegates, right? The two people, right? It is 2 people.
Motion to remove.
Thank you. Mm-hmm. Yeah, give me 1 second. Yeah. I can hear you, yeah.
So, I'm from SD11. This challenge was not brought by figured I'd need to go to the mic. So, Galen Devine, SD11. The challenges were not brought forth by SD11. They were brought forth by someone who's not at this convention, who sent in credentials. And while philosophically, we can agree that CARE is a terrorist organization and we would not promote them or materially help them, we're moving the goalpost. They followed the rules. They voted in the Republican primary. One of them has been like a 40-year Republican. They went to their precinct convention. They were nominated by their precinct. They went to their SD convention. They were nominated by their...
Ma'am, we're not in debate. You need to make a point of order, please.
Okay, then I make the motion's out of order.
Okay, we have a point of order. I am going to rule in favor of the point of order. If I have a...
Mr. Chairman, just a point of information. So the point of order that was made about the motion being out of order, under what rule are we saying that it's out of order?
The temporary, the credentials for a convention, the credentials for a convention delegation comes from each SD, from each county. It is not necessary, it's not really put together at this level. If their county, their SD send in the name of the person, it should have been challenged properly 30 days prior to it. But that is our rule in the SREC rules, that's what it says. Unfortunately, no one from their SD challenged it 30 days prior. This is one of the reasons why Bonnie's committee is also recommending that we change our rules so we could do this if we need to do it in the future. But unfortunately, today our rules ties our hands. That's why I intentionally made use the word resolution to go to the convention. If we have the entire SREC agree, we can make this as part of the temporary credentials committee's report, and the entire body gets to make that decision. Again, it will still be out of order, but I am going to leave it up to the delegates to do that. Are you guys, are we?
So, Mr. Chairman, Rachel Horton, SD 30, quick point of information on how do we go about doing that as a body? What is our process for making that recommendation to the delegates?
We don't make a decision here. We can have a resolution and recommendation to the entire delegation for tomorrow and say, this is what we, as a credentials committee and the SREC, I will join you as a state chair, and I'm pretty sure all of our officers will join you as well. If these people are tied to CARE, and if there are enough evidence to share that, they are tied to a terrorist organization that is allocated by our governor. So I don't think anyone in this body wants them there. We also are not the party who just willy-nilly changes our rules whenever we want. So the idea right now is to let the entire body of the convention to make that change if they want to. And if they say, we don't care, there's 2 people here, we'll monitor them, that's fine. It is up to their convention. Are you okay with that? Are we okay having this recommendation moving forward to the... What is happening? Google's listening to me. Point of order on Google. Are you guys okay doing that? I'm asking the SREC members. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. No, I'm asking you to move on. I'm asking you to move the temporary credentials committee's report as it is to the floor. Because their recommendation is to remove these 2 people from the delegation. So since I don't think we have the right to remove people here at the SREC because our rules are built the way we are not allowed to do it. So, but the body.
I just have.
That's what I want. That's what I'm asking. If the body does not want to make a recommendation, that is fine, because their recommendation is moving forward. We like it or not, they're doing. Rolando, can you come to the microphone, please?
Before this body is on record of making any sort of recommendation like that, can Bonnie come forward and just give some more detail about what exactly the ties are? And maybe, because I okay.
Understand the concern. So if I'm going to restate it, we're kind of going off the Roberts rules for a second, okay, because this is not something we've dealt with in the past. My understanding, I just want to clarify what you're asking, is before we as the body, SREC, makes a recommendation to the General Convention, to the delegation, that we also believe that these two people should be removed, you just want to see any evidence that they are tied to the care before we make the decision. Okay. Bonnie, are you able to share that to our secretary, and we can get that over to all of you as members this afternoon? And that's where we end. You guys are delegates, all of you are. We'll just go with that. Is that a good? Rolando, talking to you.
Mr. Chairman, I have a request for information.
Yes, sir.
We just had a point of order on that very motion that you sustained.
Yes.
If a point of order is made on the floor tomorrow challenging the same thing, will it survive, or would you sustain that point of order? It's the same question we're going to put to the delegates.
I'm going to have to sustain it. The current rule does not allow me to go around it, unfortunately.
So I have a point of information. So one of them has registered as a guest, bought a gala ticket. The other one has registered. So what happens, what is the process, Chairman, if they show up today to pick up? What does that look like? No, they've not been notified of anything. They don't have any idea this is going on.
I can instruct the staff to have them talk to me before we hand the delegation.
Yeah, sorry, Mr.
I
Chairman,
don't
Matt
know
Patrick.
what that will do, but we'll see.
I just wanted to let the SREC know that we talked about this a little bit in Rules Committee and the temporary rules report.
Yeah.
We've tried to include some language that would allow us to address this next convention, but under our rules for this convention, you're right, we can't do anything about it this convention. So just to be advised.
Yes, sir. Thank you. Paul, please.
We realize this is unprecedented, and the people that we're dealing with these two, we have no idea what their intentions are. And since our governor has declared they are of a terrorist organization, or he's declared CARE a terrorist organization, and
right,
they are open members of it, we could have a matter of law. So I think it's in order for maybe you to call the governor and be advised by the governor.
I don't think we need to bring him into this. Pretty sure he's got enough problems. There's two clarification I want to give that it's a great information, but it's not a point of information. But I just want to make it very clear to the entire body here. It is an allegation on them. We have not gone through as a body of SREC to verify that. The temporary credentials committee have looked at available information from the person who is provided that doesn't live in the district. So that's where we are at. We
So
really do not know.
There
at
is
this
no
point.
proof that they're from CARE?
There are social media posts is what they have. Yeah.
Okay.
I'm gonna take a minute. Okay, stand at ease for me. please. I'm not calling the governor.
Can I see the proxy committee real quick, please?
Can the body come to order, please? Okay, so I just got a clarification from, right, clarification from Bonnie, our temporary credentials chair. I just want to make sure you guys understand where we are at from them as well. They realize they do not have the authority to remove people, so they moved the ball to us. They are strongly recommending we do something about it. At this point, I'm pretty sure all of you realize we do not have any authority to do anything about it either. But I think, Steve, you're going to disagree on this. I think the convention have the authority to do it. If there is a point of order that says your rules are different on this, I understand, unless we change the rules, the temporary supplemental rules tonight and move the order. So, do I have a recommendation from the floor? What to do with this?
Steve Jordan, SD 25, point of information.
Yes, sir.
These men apparently came through their SD process, correct?
Yes,
and that would mean that they voted, correct? Which would mean that they're American citizens? So
It does.
If
ID.
That
Well,
would-
it's Harris County. That's different.
yeah. So my
I don't know. I don't know.
yeah. So my question would then be, Mr. Chair, does this body have the ability or will to start choosing which American citizens can participate in this process based off of email innuendo or people's names and that kind of thing?
Mr. Chairman, request for information.
Yes, sir.
What is the motion on the floor that we are debating with
There
points of
isn't one.
information?
I'm-
Has the temporary report is on the floor waiting for
It is.
approval? Is that correct?
Yes, it is.
And we have already shot down the motion to
There
remove
is no
these.
motion, it's
well,
just-
we had a motion to amend the report that didn't
Yes.
survive a point of order. So right now, as you see it, the motion is to approve the report.
Approve the report.
I call the question.
Thank you. The report has it. All in favor of calling the question, please say aye. Aye. All in opposition say nay. The ayes have it. Now we're on the motion to approve the temporary credentials report. All in favor of approving the temporary credentials report, say aye. Aye. All in opposition say nay. Nay. The ayes have it. Thank you, guys. Okay, the proxy committee is ready for their proxy committee report. Where is Matt Patrick? There he is.
The proxy committee has met, and we have 5 proxies, all of which are in order. Thank you, Mr. Chairman.
Thank you, Matt. Appreciate you guys. Supplemental rules? Yeah. Next business in order is the consideration of the convention supplemental rules that will be enforced from their adoption in this meeting until they are adopted by the delegates. The chair recognizes Matt Rinaldi, former chairman. If not, do we have the report? Chairman Rinaldi? Is he here?
He's in session.
They're still going on, so we'll come back to that.
No, we can take it up. Why not?
Can we take up, do we have the report now?
It's on the screen, yeah.
It's on the screen? Okay.
Yes.
Is there a discussion on the adoption of the supplemental rules contained in the report by the Temporary Rules Committee?
Mr. Chairman,
Yes, sir.
Andy Eller, SD 24. I have an amendment once
sir.
we get to that point. Are you ready for
Go
the
ahead.
amendment?
I'm ready for it.
Okay, I've already emailed the amendment to the secretary. What I'd like to do is, it's contained in Rules 16 and 17, so if you scroll to Rules 16 and 17, I would like to, I move to amend the order of business for the first and second senatorial caucuses. And what we'll do is move numbers 5 and 6 from Friday, which is the election of the state committee man and the election of the state committee woman, to Thursday, bullets 10 and 11, and also adjust the language in the preamble of each of those rules.
We have a motion. We have a second. Virgil, are you ready to put that on the screen? Yeah, give us about 10 seconds as Virgil.
And I'd like to speak to my motion.
Would you like
also.
to go ahead? Yes, sir.
You want me to go ahead and speak to it now? Okay. First of all, originally, the convention committee had decided that it was best to put this on Thursday due to the timing on Friday and the lack of time that we typically see on Friday. We're up against a hard stop because of the general session at 10, and then that same senatorial caucus, we're also doing the state chair and vice chair, which, as you know, always tends to go long and is very contentious. So by moving this to Thursday, it frees up a little bit of extra time, allows the nomination committee members to get out and get to their nominations committee meeting so they can begin deliberating work for the state chair and the vice chair candidates. Then by doing it on Thursday, what we found is the first senatorial caucus manual that was sent out had it for Thursday. Right. A lot of the delegates, a lot of the senatorial caucus chairs, and everybody advertised that it would be on Thursday. When it got moved back to Friday, we did try to move it to Thursday within the Rules Committee. It was a no-go. They left it on Friday. On one vote, yeah, and it failed by one vote to move it to Thursday. I've had a lot of people in the SREC ask me if we could move this to Thursday, so that's why I'm moving it to Thursday. I think it's the best option, and this also prepares us for the presidential election, or the presidential convention in 2028, and getting folks used to getting business done much quicker, because as you know, 3 out of the last 4 conventions have gone extremely late on Friday night because of the issues we have on Friday mornings. So we go ahead and make the change now. So within 2 years, the delegates are used to that change.
Thank you, Andy. Are there any discussion against it? There is a discussion from an SREC member. I'm not seeing one. Steve, you want to
I
speak?
can add to this. So if anybody wants to be mad at anybody, you can be mad at me. I started this. Be mad at me. Go for it. But let me tell you
For
why.
everyone who is on Zoom and online, that is Steve Evans.
I started this. Steve Evans, SD28. I started it. You can be mad at me. Then the committee agreed with me, and here's why. All of you remember the last convention. You remember us recessing and going to the gala. You remember us coming back and going till midnight. And it cost us somewhere between $75,000, $80,000 to do that. So that was the biggest complaint, was we don't have enough time for business. Now, what's going to happen tomorrow is we're going to get done with the general session, hopefully, by 11:30. You don't have anything else to do that day except go to your SD conventions, and then we have some events at night. That's it. You have 5 hours to get business done. Now, on Friday, it's not a hard stop, by the way. Your SD conventions are going to go until they're done. Nobody's going to say it's 10 o'clock, you have to sign, you die. It's not going to happen. What we're prepared to do is to say we've got 95% of the SDs have turned in their information. We're going to start the production on the floor and hope that everybody's done. But I tell you right now, all of you know we're not going to take our nominations report on Friday morning. It's not going to happen. There's no way. How many votes are you going to have? You've got the SREC votes that could be challenged. You've got the chair and vice chair votes that could be challenged. And you're going to get to your caucus meeting, and you're going to call your roll, and you're going to have 4 contested balloted votes that are weighted in 2 hours, and get your state nominations person to their committee, and we're going to hear that report before lunch? That's not going to happen. So in an effort to mitigate that, that was the recommendation, is let's move some SREC elections over to Thursday and get some of that business done, and then you walk in and you just have your chair and vice chair votes. We're going to train your chairman today, the best effort we can, to train your SD caucus chairs to expedite their meetings and get our business done so we have more time on the floor. Then we're going to come into 28, and we're going to have a national convention again, and we have all the same business, plus we have to add the CD business in the same amount of days, and you saw what a dumpster fire it was in San Antonio. It was a dumpster fire, Galen. And so Galen and I always took on the convention team with the idea that we wanted to make things better and make business flow and expedite it and give delegates the experience that they had time on the floor to debate. And so that's what this does. It just moves some business to Thursday. It gives us more time to debate on the things that are important, because we're going to get the complaints about speeches, folks. We got a lot of speeches. We got to pay for the convention, and we have to make those happen and get our business done. That's all this was for. Nothing nefarious, just expediting our business. I yield.
Thank you, sir. Are there any other discussion on this matter? If not, we are going to go to a vote. Seeing none, all in favor of the amendment, which basically moves the SREC election to Thursday, say aye. Aye. All in opposition, say nay. Nay. The ayes have it. The SREC election will be held on Thursday. Now, I want you to know this. It is still up to the delegation to make the final approval on this. So tomorrow, if the delegates decided they're going to move it or amend it to put it back on Friday, it will be on Friday. So this is their convention, not the convention of the SREC. So we always have to remember that on this one SREC meeting. Yes, sir. Not really. Tell him he was late.
Mr. Chairman. Mr. Chairman.
I would like to recognize Matt Rinaldi, our former chairman. Are you here, Matt? Come on in.
Mr. Chairman, if I may rise to privilege.
Yes,
Mr. Chairman, I want to rise to privilege and ask Matt if he rated my closet A and B. We have not been email. You look great. We have not. We don't have this report. So could the rules chairman go through and at least tell us what changed from the last convention so we know what we're voting on?
Sure. Do you have the red line so I know?
Yeah. That's all you. Chairman Rinaldi, people.
Thank you. Yes. That's fine. I don't even get a vote in the committee, so. Oops. Okay, so are these the amendments listed? Who's doing? You don't have a red line? Well, I don't have a red line. Okay, the big two things were moving there might have been other non-substantive changes. The big changes that you should be aware of is the change of the SREC election from Thursday to Friday, which I realize you guys just voted on. That was a close vote. I think it was a 1-vote margin that they voted on it. The second change was changing the method of election on the floor for floor votes in the chair, vice chair race, and in the SREC conventions from dropping the bottom vote holder and then revoting until you only have one winner. And we changed it to the previous method of election from before the 2024 convention with the top 2 vote holders going to a runoff. Hopefully that will streamline things quite a bit. But those are the 2 major changes. There might have been some non-substantive rule changes throughout the text, but those were the two large changes. So any questions?
Chairman, can you talk to us about how the chair, vice chair candidates, I know there was some debate about getting one stage time versus, did that happen?
I believe there was a change in, yes, for candidates running for both chair and vice chair, there was an alteration to the amount of total time. So they did not get 2 4-minute time slots, but it was, I believe, 4 minutes to be allocated between the races as they see fit.
Okay.
Yeah, it did.
Okay.
And I'm trying to remember right now because that seems like a month ago. Yeah. Oh, that's right. So they allocated 5 minutes for the state chair candidate, and a candidate running for both state chairman and state vice chairman has 4 cumulative minutes divided between the 2 that they could allocate. No, it isn't. No. Cumulative minutes between the 2. So they are not limited. So previously, you could run for multiple races and you would get a 4-minute time slot for each. This limits it to 4 cumulative minutes divided between the 2 races, which you can allocate to chair or vice chair. Presumably you would allocate it to chair because you wouldn't know if you would actually get the minutes for vice chair depending on who wins. Yes. No, you don't get 8.
You don't get 8?
No, you get 4 cumulative minutes. Yes. It's 4 and 4 and 5. If that's the text, yeah.
That was my, I thought that's what Matt said.
Yes. Correct.
Leslie?
other questions?
Another clarification.
Yeah.
You said that on the floor that when we're doing the elections, that there'll only be the regular type runoff, like the top 2
Yes.
vote getters. Will that be the same in the SD caucus as well?
Yes.
Okay.
Same in the SD
All right.
caucus.
Okay, thank you.
And then, hold on one second.
I'm going to do information first and then we'll amend. You want to amend? I could do it.
So they go through this convention. Yeah, that's what I thought.
Thank
Go
you,
ahead,
Mr.
Chris.
Rinaldi. Chris Bro, SD3. Am I reading to understand that by running for chair and vice chair, you are penalized 1 minute?
I don't know if I put it that way, but that's the reading of that paragraph.
Understood. Move to amend.
Good.
Yes, sir.
I'd like to strike the 4 and replace with 5.
5 cumulative minutes so they can use it however they want. So
Correct,
everybody
sir.
gets 5 minutes. Okay. Instead of 4, change that to 5. Yeah, to 5 cumulative. Don't remove the cumulative. It's not 10, it's 5, yes. Change the 4.
Did I miss something? No, you're good. Okay.
Virgil, can you strike 4?
Mr. Chairman, request for information.
Yes, sir.
How many total speeches do we have right now? I can't remember.
There are 7 for chair and 6 for vice chair. And 3 overlap. So, no, 4 overlap.
How many
so
total speeches do you see? You're making me do math here.
I think there's 12 at this point.
12 total speeches?
Yes.
Now, is that counting if we combine them and they have cumulative
combined.
time? We still have 12
cumulative.
speeches?
Otherwise, you will, if they decided to do a second speech, if they decided to do a second speech, so you have 7 and 8, you have 15. Otherwise, it would be 12.
So we have 12 people have thrown their name in the hat for various.
We have 12
okay.
people. They'll get 12 5-minute speeches.
So you're saying an hour? And I have 34 minutes scheduled for this, and we have an hour? Is that right?
Well,
well, that's what I'm asking you. If we combine everything with the cumulative speeches, how many actual 5-minute speeches are going to be?
you will have 12. So that will still take you to an hour instead of 38 minutes.
I don't think we're right. Somebody, are you sure that's right? 8 speeches.
Yeah, because there's 4 people running.
Yeah, but you have 12 candidates altogether.
So that's 8. Is it 8 total speeches? Does everybody can agree on that?
No, you have 12 candidates altogether.
How many for chair? How many for chair?
How many actual names do
That's
we
right.
have?
How many actual names?
I can do math. Thank you, Amy. I'm
Drinda?
trying to get it on
All
the
right,
record.
easy. Come on. How many real names are here? 8 names. So we will be 40 minutes.
Okay.
So you're good. We're only going 2 minutes over, but all the transition in between, probably another 10 minutes. So, but 50 minutes altogether. You're running about 18 minutes late.
Another note is the candidate drawing order is in this room after the meeting, and I just wanted everybody to know that. And lastly, for those of you guys who are on the Temporary Rules Committee, we are recessed until 7:30 to allow you guys to go to the SD caucus meeting. We'll be reconvening in the room at 7:30 sharp, so please be there. Do you have anything else? Thank you. I appreciate it, everybody.
We did not get a vote.
Got to finish the amendment.
I know it makes perfect sense, Mr.
Okay.
Chairman, but we didn't get a vote.
I know. We're coming to that. Matt wants to go back to his room, so I was like, all right. Do I have a second on the amendment? Second. Is there any debate? We kind of did the debate. All in favor of the amendment, please say aye. Aye. All in opposition, say nay. You have to be an SREC member. Is that okay? It is. The ayes have it. The amendment passed. That is the end of the rules report. We will adopt the rules report to move forward to the next session, which is our general session. Can I take a motion for that? Yes. Yes, I am. Can I have a motion for that, please? Thank you. Do I have a second? Okay, I actually don't need one. All in favor of adopting the temporary rules, please say aye. Aye. All in opposition, say nay. The ayes have it. The rules are adopted. Thank you, guys. Those are supplemental rules. Let me go to the next one. Next business in order is the temporary agenda and the order of business that will be used throughout the election of permanent convention chair. RPT Rule 33, it is the responsibility of the party chair to recommend a temporary convention agenda and order of business. It is printed on your program. This agenda runs through the election of the permanent convention chair This temporary agenda was made available before the meeting. Are there any discussion on the agenda itself? Seeing none, without objection, the agenda will be distributed. Also included is a recommendation of order of business that will control the convention after the election of the permanent convention chair. It is for informational purposes only at this time. So next business order is a report that will contain the recommendations of temporary officers of the convention who will serve until the permanent convention chair is elected. RPT Rule 33C4 does require the SREC approval of this report. The chair recognizes, is Burgundy here? Yep, Burgundy Kane, our chair for organizational committee. Thank you for coming in.
I just want to say thank you all for all your work that you're doing for the state to make it better. This stuff matters, and so thank you for your commitment. Mr. Chairman, members of the Executive Committee, the Organizational Committee respectfully submits the report. The committee convened at June 10th at 11 a.m. Our committee met to recommend the temporary secretary, Virgil Cruz, and temporary Sergeant-at-Arms, Chris McNutt. These people were unanimously selected to serve in these roles. All have been asked and willing to serve in these capacities and are currently functioning and serving in these capacities now. By party rules and state statute, the chair of the state party is the temporary chairman of the convention. And this concludes my report.
Do I have the members of our committee here? Thank you, guys. I see some of you. I did not do that for the Rules Committee. Are there any Rules Committee people here? Would you stand, please? Thank you all for your hard work. You know, all of these guys have been here since Monday and working on this. We're going to thank you so much. Say hello to Briscoe for us. He's going to be here, I'm assuming? On his way. Thank you for all your hard work. Now we will adopt the report. Are there any discussion, amendments to the report? This is it. This is it. Oh. That's a different next level. It's not the same. We are in this part and above. All right. Are there any discussion on this? Seeing none, the report is adopted. The temporary committee on organization has recommended Abraham George to serve as the temporary chair as part of our rules. Where is it? Temporary organization, Virgil Cruz. What's the next person? Chris McNutt. Since there are no discussion on it, these people are appointed as officers for the convention until we are organized. Next business in order are the report of the temporary committee on the platform and legislative priorities. The chair recognizes Trey Traynor. Is Trey here? If not, can we get the report up? Virgil? Are they still working on it? Yeah. Okay. Give me a second. As you guys know, platform and priorities, that's a never-ending report. So they're still working on it. They will be here. Yes, sir? Yeah, I understand. So we will adopt what they have now, and There's no adoption, that's true, because it goes to the. There are no report from neither platform or the LP legislative priorities because it is adopted at the convention itself. There are no action required by the SREC on this. I just want to make sure. Rachel Heisler is our committee chair. Is she here? If she is here, I just want to recognize her. She's not. Rachel Heisler is our committee chair. She is working. When you see her, thank her and her committee members. They've been here since Monday morning and been going all day. If you are a member of that committee, would you please stand? It's a bad thing about having a script. You kind of go off through the script. The platform committee, we just recognize them. Your priorities committee, are you guys here? Is any members of priority committees? Okay, the platform committee. Okay, you guys got to recognize. Dale Inman, thank you. Raman, thank you. There is one more business that is, I want to recognize Becky Green. Becky, are you here? There she is. CRC. And
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. SREC members, please do not leave today until you have received your fundraising packet for Candidate Resource Committee. Just as a refresher, we should all know this by now, Candidate Resource Committee is the Republican Party of Texas's fund to fund our down ballot candidates who have a Democrat opponent in the general election in November. These races are often forgotten, and these people are being challenged like we've never seen them challenged before. Our goal is to raise $250,000 for them, and convention is the biggest fundraising opportunity we have. Now, all of you should have brought with you your fundraising packets that I gave you at the last SREC meeting. So if you did not, and I know some of you did not because you did not read my email, I have you covered. You're also going to get a new packet, and it looks like this, okay? This is going to have CRC talking points in it because you, all of you, either one or both SREC members, is going to get up tomorrow in your SD caucus, and you are going to give the Candidate Resource Committee fundraising speech. And here it is. Okay, we wrote it down for you. I can't come give it for you, but I made it as easy for you as I possibly could, okay? Now, on here, it tells you everything you need to know. You can get up and read it. Those of you that are on CRC committee, I suggest you just get up and talk about how passionate you are about raising these funds for our down ballots, as that works better. But if you don't know a lot about it, just read it, front and back, okay? Now, a few things we want to point out is that this is mandatory. It is not optional. It is written in the script. So SREC members, we can tell, Virgil and I will get together and we will have a little conversation because we will be able to look and see who used the QR code, who raised money tomorrow. And I'm going to tell you, I don't want to see anybody that did not try to raise money for our down ballot candidates. This is why we're here. We're here to get Republicans elected. Can I get an applause on that? Okay? They need our help, and this is our job. So you're going to get with your caucus chair, and you're going to find out exactly what point in time. It's written into the script. They want you front and center. One or both SREC members can do it. Roman and I are probably going to get up together and do the CRC talk. I may send Roman out into the crowd because Roman's really good about sticking his hand out and people lay money in it. So I may make Roman do that. All right. you are going to ask any CRC recipients in your caucus to stand up and be recognized if they've ever gotten money from us. Then you're going to read the talking points. They extend over onto the back side. And then you are going to do the collection. Now, the collection, you want to push the QR code. So in your packet, you want to hold that? Thank you. I've got too many things to juggle up here. There are extra QR codes. But guess what? Steve Evans, where are you? Steve Evans. Thanks to Steve Evans, we have a QR code in every delegate and alternates program. I guess guests too. And this goes straight to our bank account, CRC's bank account. Page 30. So I'm going to get up and I'm going to tell all my delegates to turn to page 30 in their program and scan that QR code. Please encourage use of the QR code. It will make life easier on you. But we do accept paper money. We're not going to turn that down. So all of you should have envelopes left over. This is a CRC envelope. Two things. If they're donating cash, $100 max. $100 max cash. If they put more than $200 or more than $100 in here, this has to go to charity. The 100 goes in our bank account. The rest of it goes to a charity of RPT's choosing. We want that money, so ask them to please not donate more than 100. Write a check for the rest, something. They can put unlimited amount in their check. This section up here must be filled out. I cannot stress that enough. And I'm going to tell you, we are going to get people sticking $100 bills in my pockets with no envelope. We're going to have people sticking money in my purse and in my bag. I know. It's really degrading. Yeah. And I can't take that. Yeah. Virgil says my theme song is "She Works Hard for the Money." Okay. No, no, no. Becky does not do that. So here it is, okay? All right. So make sure that you get this filled out and put your SD number on it. You will get credit for your key pin. Every SREC member in here should earn a key pin this weekend. We need to be $64,000 richer in the CRC fund because all of you need to have raised $1,000 for us, okay? Down ballots are going to get all this money. We've got to help them. Yes? Yes, it's a legal requirement. We're not being nosy. We got to know this. It's a requirement, okay? A new thing this year, we are giving you a keychain if donors that give more, now pay attention to this, folks, if they give $125 or more as a one-time donation, or if they become a monthly donor on the QR code of $15 per more, they get a keychain. How do we know if they did it? They're going to bring the receipt to you. And you, SREC members, are going to keep a list of who met that requirement. Then you are going to come to me, Susan Wright. Where are you, Susan? Susan Wright, or Mary Jane Avery. Where are you, Mary Jane? Over here. Okay. And we are going to give you however many keychains you need, and you can give them to on the floor or in Friday's caucus. Okay? Keep the list of who earned the keychain. While supplies last during this convention only, we're not placing orders for key rings. We're not going to send somebody key rings if we run out. They're limited edition, special order CRC key rings. They're really nice. They've got RPT logo on one side, CRC. What, Elaine? Designed by Karen. Where are you, Karen? Karen Marshall. Okay? All right. And printed by a young Republican who was very helpful with this. If you need envelopes, or if you need any donor, of any amount gets one of these little CRC pins. You should all be wearing them on your lanyard to advertise for us. Everybody gets one of these. But the special requirement, 125 one-time donation, or $15 per month donor that signs up, they get the keychain, okay? Now, Virgil is going, I'm going to be right over here in this corner. Come see me if you need more pins or more envelopes, or you forgot them and didn't bring them, okay? Mary Jane and Susan are going to pass out these packets. Please, members, don't leave without your packet. I'm in rules. I don't have time to chase you down. I need you to get your packet today before you leave. So Mary Jane and Susan have got the packets, and we're going to do that. And Virgil Cruz has a couple of comments to make.
I'm good. Yes, Roman makes a great point. They can give credit card if they don't have cash or don't have a check or don't want to do the QR code. They can do a credit card. So I'm going to be brief. I know y'all's time is valuable. We got lots of business. But Becky asked, I said, what's my assignment, Becky? And she said, I want you to be the bad cop. So here we go. So as she said, this is your last opportunity. You know, your term ends, everybody's term ends here on Saturday. I guess the minute you're elected, you're elected. So not till, well, okay. Well, that's a rules question. You need to raise money. So that's the bad cop speech. You've got everything you need. We've served it up for you on a silver platter, and your candidates are going to benefit. Like people around the state, dozens. We figured out we gave like, what, $500,000 over the last few cycles. This makes a difference. And if you've got candidates in your caucus, make them stand and say, this is where your money goes, to people like this who've been vetted, who believe in the platform, who believe the things that we do, who have been approved by a group, by a grassroots group of leaders in the CRC. Remember, this is our fund. Go raise the money, be aggressive, be like Roman Klein and his caucus and chase them down and say, I'm not letting you leave this room until you give us money, and use the promotional items, the pins for anybody who gives money, and again, the keychains that are specially made, the key rings for anyone who gives $125 once or $15 a month. Yeah, so keep the list of those so you get them to them. Do great in your caucuses. Good luck to you, and let's win.
Turn it into Michelle or Micah. We have a safe box at the office.
Michelle, pink shirt, waving, and Micah, where are you, Micah? Okay.
Michelle or Micah, you guys know who Micah is. Michelle? No, you won't. Put it in the safe. We have a safe in the office. We'll go from there.
After you're done with it, put the donations in the bag and turn it into Michelle.
All right. Thank you, Becky, and all of the members of CRC who's been working last 2 years. Would you mind please standing for a second? Thank you, guys. Thank you, Becky. I do want to recognize two people who's been here since Monday, and well, started working long before Monday. One is our platform chair, Trey Traynor. Any of you who don't know Trey, Trey was he was appointed to the Federal Election Commission by President Trump, and he is lucky he's married to Lucy Traynor, our SREC member. So Trey I had to ask him the last minute because my nominee for running the platform is another lawyer who he had to go to court, to a trial, because a Democrat judge probably figured out that he's our platform chair. But Trey stepped up. Thank you, Trey, and he's been doing an amazing job. Thank you, and we look forward to hearing your committee's report on the floor. The next person, most of you know who that is as well, Rachel Heisler. Rachel's our legislative priorities committee chair. She's been an amazing person, amazing patriot for many years. She was one of the vice chair candidates last time, and she's been a great supporter for the party for many, many, many years. So thank you. We're looking forward to hearing your committee report on the floor as well. Thank you. God bless you guys. Steve Evans. Chair recognizes Steve Evans for a motion.
Virgil was asking me what it was. I gave him the script. Mr. Chairman, I move the Officials Committee be discharged from further consideration of convention booth approvals.
Yes.
Second.
They are.
Second it, please.
I need a second. All in favor of the motion?
Let me lay it out real quick.
Okay.
Members, the reason we're doing this is because we have 3 last-minute booth approvals that need to be made. It takes 48 hours for Officials Committee to have a meeting. That's just not practical because it'd be 9 a.m. tomorrow before we could do it. So we're going to discharge that to you, and you all, as the SREC, get to approve the final 3 booths that we need to approve, and we'll have a follow-up motion here in just a second.
All right. All in favor, say aye. All in opposition, say nay. The ayes have it. Now we have a new motion.
Mr. Chairman, we're going to move to approve 3 booths. This is John Bonk for what? Congress.
Yes.
Texas Attorney General Ken Paxton's booth, and then the Leadership Institute booth. Move adoption.
Okay. Are there any discussion on these booths? We have a second. We have a second. Seeing no discussion, all in favor, say aye. Aye. Opposition, say nay. The ayes have it. 3 of those booths are approved. Thank you. Are there any more business before this body? Yes, ma'am. Do we have any announcements? All right.
Mr. Chairman.
Yep.
Could we recognize the outgoing SREC members?
Absolutely.
Termed out and those who are leaving for other pastures or whatever they're doing, Matt.
Let me start one at a time. If you are termed out, would you please stand?
We're losing some beloved
Thank you
colleagues.
for your service for the past 8 years. I don't know how you guys did it. Jerry Fisher. Jerry, please stand.
She is standing. She'll do it. Don't. Woo!
Thank you all for doing what you do. Anyone who would decide that you're not going to run for re-election, would you please stand so we can see you as well?
We've enjoyed working with you guys.
Thank you, guys. God bless you.
Mr.
Yes,
Chairman,
yeah.
would you mind, if the SREC members would stay afterwards for a quick picture, because we have more business to do, but a group
that would
picture.
be wonderful. I
Meet
do
at the
want to
front.
recognize one other person. We have a former chairman, James Stickey, here in the House. James, thank you. I did not appreciate what you did in the past, but I sure do now. Didn't see. Thank you, James. Well, seeing no other business, we are adjourned. Stay back for the pictures, please.
We have a ballot draw here, too.
We're going to have a ballot draw right after this.